They say that money can trigger powerful, negative emotions in relationships. Well, seems like Sharina Hudson is overwhelmed by negativity because she is ready to crash everything and everyone because of her financial ways. Word is on the street that she is so unhappy with Kevin Hunter not being able to provide the same lavish lifestyle for her and extort more cash from his ex-wife Wendy Williams that she is constantly calling him a weak and pathetic man. Well, seems like another drama between these soulmates is on the way. Hi everyone and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. I keep my eyes on the most scandalous events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. It appears that Sharina Hudson can no longer hold her contempt against her partner, Kevin Hunter. Sources revealed that she is unhappy about his inability to provide and frequently roasts him for being weak. Well, I guess this lady always finds a reason for more drama, and if you want to know the details, stay with me until the end of this story. It seems like the money issue is a huge trigger for Sharina Hudson because this lady got enraged after seeing Wendy Williams wrapped in labels from head to toe and dining in one of the fanciest places in New York City with her entire crew. Apparently, it's not the best time for Kevin and Sharina because this couple has less and less money left in their pocket. And this appearance of Wendy was the last straw for an envious person like Sharina, and she called her partner weak and pathetic and accuses him of being unable to sustain her lavish lifestyle anymore. When seeing Wendy smiling and glowing from happiness, fans immediately came to the conclusion that this was the former TV host's nod to her ex's poverty because he certainly cannot afford any expensive outings with his new family and designer things. While it's unclear whether Wendy was truly sending a message to Kevin and mocking him and his mistress, one thing's for sure, Sharina went bananas after seeing Wendy in the spotlight again. It probably seems quite unfair for Sharina that Wendy got to enjoy the life of luxury and the public's admiration while she and Kevin Hunter are left hanging and trying to figure out how to get enough money to cover holes in their family budget. And since she can't reach Wendy with her attacks and threats, she directed her anger to the only person who she can, Kevin Hunter. I bet the atmosphere at home is tense as Kevin and Sharina take turns and accuse each of their financial hardships. Sources reveal that Sharina cannot hold her anger anymore, and she even called Kevin pathetic and weak, implying that he is not able to trick his sickly ex-wife into giving him money. Well, as we know, Kevin tried his best at extorting cash from Wendy. As you may know, Hunter's alimony payments were cut off after Williams' finances were placed under a guardian in May 2022 due to her health issues. Hunter filed an emergency motion to resume his payments, but the request was denied by a New Jersey judge. Sharina calls Hunter witless because he filed a lawsuit demanding Wendy continue paying alimony despite her being unemployed and not in 100% control of her hard-earned funds. Apparently, she didn't expect her financial situation to turn that ugly in such a short time, and since Kevin wasn't able to get enough cash to provide her life of a queen either by leeching or hard work, she blamed him for being useless. It turns out that Kevin is not the man he claimed to be. When this couple got acquainted at one of Wendy's parties, Kevin was still married to the former TV host and worked as one of the producers of her famous talk show. Well, Sharina might have been impressed by his status and power, and Kevin, trying to impress a young lady in a short dress, decided not to reveal who was the breadwinner in their family. So now she must feel tricked by his promises and words, and that's why throw tantrums at him. Plus, the tension is getting worse since Kevin was not able to get his so-called deserved half of Wendy's millions after the divorce. Many people will agree with me that two grown-ups in their prime age can easily find a job to pay their bills. Wendy's fans don't understand why these two keep trying to dig into her pockets while they have two pairs of hands to work. One person commented, Kevin and Sharina are both able-bodied. If neither one has a job, that's not Wendy's problem. Starbucks pays well. And another wrote, what does that have to do with Wendy? Sounds like a personal problem. If he has spent all that money that's on him, they both need to get a job. Well, Sharina's life with Kevin was a fairy tale, while she was no more than his mistress. But it came to an end the moment Kevin got served the divorce papers and was fired from the Wendy show. Since he couldn't provide for his new family with his businesses, Sharina realized that money was coming from another source, and this source has always been Wendy. I don't know at which moment exactly Sharina realized that Kevin is not the king behind the chair as he tried to convince everyone, and he doesn't have any right to claim his ex-wife's millions. But I bet this was the biggest revelation in Sharina's life. She quickly realized how pathetic this man was and that he only used Wendy's money to impress his mistress and invest in her business ideas. He's pathetic. Well, I don't know why Sharina couldn't put two and two together for decades, because it's a known fact that Kevin was employed by Wendy, and as any other employee, he could be fired at any moment, which is exactly what has happened. Well, Kevin recalls this situation as the most unfair moment of his life and claims, I got fired from management, served divorce papers, and also fired from the show all in the same day. And the craziest part of the story is that even after losing his job as a producer of Wendy's show, Kevin didn't think of finding another project. He solely relied on his ex-wife's alimony checks. Apparently, his own business was even less profitable than Sharina's pancake empire, but it never came to Kevin's mind that Wendy was not planning to sponsor this family of leeches for the rest of her life. He was too busy enjoying his life as a family man with Sharina and spending alimony checks on new designer pieces and fancy dinners. So when the money stopped coming and her opulent lifestyle was jeopardized, Sharina must have realized that things were not as perfect as she expected them to be. Kevin was simply unable to provide the same level of comfort and luxury she got used to while he was still working for Wendy, and now Sharina believes that she may not need this aging and sick man who cannot take proper care of himself. When Wendy's alimony checks stopped coming, Kevin revealed his true colors by going live on Instagram and sharing a sob story about his woes. He even described his problems in his filing to the judge, hoping to find sympathy and see another check from Wendy's financial guardian in his bank account. He wrote, "My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement." If this statement from a grown-up adult didn't make you cringe, here's another proof of Kevin's misery. Hunter also included his lack of health insurance as another reason why the alimony payment should continue. He added that this emergent hip surgery that causes him daily pain is unaffordable without Wendy's checks. I just have one question for Kevin. Whose fault is that you squandered all the money you had been given? We all know that Hunter was awarded monthly payments in addition to a 50-50 split on the sale of a mansion he and Wendy once shared together in Livingston, New Jersey. So it seems like he couldn't save enough coins for the rainy day or simply spent them all on Sharina's caprices. Well, if it comes to not being able to pay for such basic things as health or car insurance, I guess Sharina may forget about flying to fancy resorts and eating at expensive restaurants. With a man like Kevin by her side who doesn't seem to get back to work, she would most likely end up queuing for the food stamps than choosing diamonds in luxury boutiques. The mere thought of coming back to poverty freaks Sharina out, and she vents her anger by taking jabs at Kevin and calling him a pathetic loser. But it's obvious without Sharina's accusations. Kevin was so eager to air his woes in the public, he must have forgotten that he was once acting like a tough, powerful, and respected man. Instead, he turned himself into a standing joke who cries on camera and asks his ex-wife to financially support him. Even his so-called soulmate Sharina doesn't see a man in him anymore. Well, people long lost their respect for this poor excuse of a man because of what he had done to Wendy. As one of my subscribers wrote, "He's crying because the money stopped. Did Kevin really think he was going to have a happy ending after what he did to his wife?" And another person added, "He is only crying because he knows karma came full circle and hit him in the wallet. He's all alone and broke at last. He will live in Wendy's shadow for the rest of his life." Well, we all knew that all along because it was Wendy's charisma and personality that made us love her show. And as we can see, she is able to succeed without Kevin or any other man. Moreover, she is currently working on new projects while Kevin and Sharina scrape coins to pay their bills. It turns out that Kevin is truly weak and pathetic without a strong woman by his side because Sharina is nothing compared to Wendy. And what do you reckon? Will Sharina stay with him now that he showed his pathetic side? Or will she leave him to live his life in misery? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other video about Kevin's financial hardships because it feels like he's about to lose his house. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I promise to be back very soon with a new portion of gossip about your favorite celebrities